they're in the church.
Oh, I'm not just busting into a church to kill two men.
What if they're in the church basement? If they're in the church basement, then we can kill them.
So you're implying that the church is holy, but the church basement isn't?
They don't say mass in the basement. The church basement is not holy ground.
So what? It goes holy ground, the basement, holy ground.
The Boy Scouts meet in the basement, and they're not a religious group.
A Boy Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Reverent is right there at the end because it is, if not a faith-based organization, not entirely secular.
So you're not coming in with me?
We'll wait right here, and we'll, I don't know, shoot the courier when he comes out. You can call Callahan if you want, but I am not going into that church.
What the hell did you expect? What the hell do you expect?
You put the bomb on? Who told you to put the bomb on? I didn't tell you to put the bomb on. Why'd you put the bomb on? You haven't even been to see the doctor. If you're gonna put a bomb on, let a doctor put a bomb on.
Why? Why? Nobody knows she didn't leave a note. That is so rude, isn't that rude?
That's really rude.
I mean, if you leave your house for 10 minutes to go get a container of milk, you tell somebody where you went, don't you?
I leave my wife a note. We're going anywhere.
Yeah. Would it have killed her to leave a note?
Hey, Lloyd! Do some delivery for the truck to the airport.
I just want to sit on my couch, in my underwear, drink scotch, and watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey. By myself. I just want one night off. Is that so much to ask?
Yes.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Well, hello and welcome to a special episode of What the Hell Did You Expect? I am your host, Kevin Ryan, weighing in this week at 196 pounds. And this is episode number 23 in a collector's series. Also, consequently, it is the last episode we are doing this semester. Before we get much more into it, I want to introduce our lovely co-host here, Colin Suplee.
Hello, my name is Colin, and I eat bread.
Wonderful introduction. You know what? I might isolate that and make that a drop for the future. So don't be surprised if the first intro of next semester is, hello, my name is Colin, and I eat bread.
There's a story behind why I said that, but do you want to talk more about how this is our last show of the semester? You will not hear our succulent voices erupting from your ear bones for 4 whole weeks, possibly longer.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit longer, because what is today? Today is the 14th.
Ugh.
And then, let's see, I think the first day of classes is the 21st of January, so you probably won't hear from us until the 25th of January, if that.
We may have to fill out some paperwork shenanigans and take care of some things.
I think we'll probably have to reapply for the DJ position,
Oh,
which shouldn't be difficult because we did this last semester, and for some reason they gave us the DJ position to do it again this year.
Yeah.
Even though we are obviously not qualified.
Hurrah! Look at our fake radio.
Like, we're infringing on, I think, someone else's time slot right now. I don't know.
They're not here.
Yeah.
They lost claim to it.
They haven't been here for, like, the past month or so. Like, they used to have a show. And it's weird because, like, I'm in biology with the 2 girls who have a show right now, but I don't know. I feel like they've had a falling out or something because they used to hang out together all the time, and I used to, like, see them sit next to each other all the time in bio, but they're not sitting next to each other anymore. They're not even talking to each other.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I think there might be some drama going down.
The real world has infringed upon the radio world. Whatever are we going to do?
Yeah, the real world actually has some bearing on imaginary radio at KLC.
Oh!
The more you know.
The more I know.
Is that the right tone? I never remember what the right tone is for the stupid, like, infomercial type things, but...
No.
Or not infomercial, public service announcement, I guess, is what I'm going for more of. This is a very rambly introduction.
Do you want to talk about bread?
Yeah, we can talk about bread.
Cool. So, the reason I say I like bread is because I was recently introduced to this video game called I Am Bread. Have you heard of this?
No, I have not.
It is in the vein of Goat Simulator and Train Simulator in that you are bread. It's bread simulator.
So what do you do as bread?
You are a piece of bread from white bread
Okay,
loaf.
are you like a slice of bread,
Yes, you
or
are.
are you a loaf?
You are a slice of bread in a house, like an
Okay.
average American 1950s house.
Okay.
And your owner, who bought you from the store, has depression and can't get out of bed. So you have to toast yourself and give yourself to your owner so he can eat you and feel better.
Is that the entire game?
Yes, it's
What
just
happened-
levels where you try and operate the impossibly difficult physics engine and try and move as a piece of bread to the toaster, which you basically have like grips.
Is it an anthropomorphic piece of
No,
bread?
it's just a literal piece of bread. And you move by having grips where each of the corners, the four corners of the pieces of the bread, can grip solid surfaces. And you press a button to grip, and then you move with a control stick. And it's and it's just like flopping around. And if you touch the ground, you lose edibility points. And you have to like become as edible as possible while also getting into the toaster and toasting yourself, which is across the room and over shelves and things. And it's very difficult.
Did you pay for this game?
No, I watched a YouTube thingy because Allie told me to.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, please don't pay for that game.
I don't pay for video games, Kevin. Well, that's not true. There hasn't been a video game I've wanted to pay for in a very long time,
Yeah,
except for
well,
Smash Brothers.
I mean, the other thing is you don't really have a computer that would be able to run some of
No,
the games you would be able to pay for.
no,
also.
I can't. My computer's a piece of poo, and
Yeah.
I don't have a next gen console, so I'm still just like buying used last gen games at this point. Like I still need to play The Last of Us because apparently that's really good. But
Yeah, you do. I haven't played it, but I've seen walkthroughs, and it is really excellent.
yeah, I look forward to it.
Speaking of video games, I have my own video game spiel this week.
Truly,
So I, in honor of the like final week of classes,
yeah.
I decided, you know what, like I want to take it easy a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Because you're done with your thesis.
Yeah, because in other news, I'm done with my thesis now.
Hooray for you!
Yeah. But I'm done with my thesis. I've got like a few tiny little projects left to do, but basically I am done, and I wanted to treat myself a little bit to a video game that I've been, wanting to play for a long time. I've been watching people play through it. I've probably even talked about it on this show before, but I didn't get it until just this past weekend. This is the music for it, by the way.
Is it Grand
The
Theft Auto
theme song.
5?
It is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay, I know nothing about this game, but I was always like, hey, you mentioned this earlier briefly.
Yeah. I think while we were off the air. But bless you, Jesus. I think the
excuse me.
mic picked that up too. So I got Grand Theft Auto 5 in the mail. The unfortunate thing is it does not work at all in Eric's Xbox 360 right now. Like,
Really?
the game is so huge that they send it to you in 2 discs. One is the install disc, and it has 8 gigs of information that you need to be able to store on your Xbox,
Ugh, that's gross.
which is a lot.
That is a lot.
So what happens basically is we put in the install disc, and the Xbox refuses to read it at all. It's just like, I don't recognize what this disc is.
Huh.
So I tried it today on Aaron's Xbox 360,
Yeah.
which is a different iteration of the Xbox 360. Eric has like the old school one from like 2007.
Yeah.
But Aaron has the Elite one, which is newer, and it worked in Aaron's, and it actually, like, we downloaded it and looked at the game a little bit. It's very pretty. It's very nice. But basically, Eric's Xbox is just super old and won't play it. So I have to consider my options now about what I want to do. in
What you
terms
need
of
to do is
playing
buy an
this game.
Xbox 360, Kevin.
I actually have been considering that.
They're
'cause-
pretty cheap now.
Yeah, like I can get a Xbox 360 Elite for like $100 to $150.
You can get it for under that. If you look around.
Yeah, I'm sure if I looked around like on Craigslist and was willing to be patient and or like went to some video game stores and like got some refurbished ones, I could probably get it even cheaper.
Refurbished consoles is the way to go.
Yeah, but I could probably get it pretty cheap. It's just a question of how much effort do I really want to put into being able to play this one game.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
I don't know. If I did get an Xbox 360, I don't envision myself getting a bunch of games for it, to be honest. I'm much more of a PC gamer whenever I do game, which honestly isn't that often.
Yeah.
I also got back into Skyrim this weekend.
Yay! Is it what did you do?
I have so many mods on my Skyrim.
Excellent.
Yeah. That
Lydia's coming back. I can play modded Skyrim again. Glorious. Anyway,
one of the mods I have basically disables fast travel. You can't fast travel anywhere.
Yeah.
So I basically spent 2 hours going from one corner of the map to the other, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like Skyrim is the best walking through the mountains simulator I think I've ever played. It's not much good for anything else. Like the combat is kind of shit and the story's okay, but just walking through the wilderness is really fun in Skyrim.
Yeah. No, I mean, I really like Skyrim, given some of its pretty major flaws. Like, I'm glad I got back into it. Especially since I like to do archer type builds.
Yeah.
And that is especially pleasing in Skyrim. Instead of, I mean, melee combat is interesting, but it's very, very, rinse, repeat, you click, and it dies eventually.
Yep.
So I got tired of doing that.
Cool. Well, I'm going to be playing Dark
games.
Souls over winter break. That's my plan.
What is Dark Souls?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
It's dark. There's souls. Apparently, you play as a zombie and kill shit, and it's really hard. My brother owns it. I have seen about 5 minutes aggregate of gameplay.
You play as a zombie?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's like campfires in it. I don't know what they do, but there are campfires. Apparently they're important. And you have swords and build a character and try not to die, I think. It's weird.
Okay.
But it's been highly recommended to me by several human beings. And I'm just like, all right, I will take your advice and I will play this. Especially since I'm going to need something to do in my downtime when I'm not working on my senior project. Yay.
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 Senior project.
Yay. It's going cool and super well. And I'm writing my presentation right now for my thesis class, so that'll be exciting.
Is that like the last thing you have to do, basically?
I mean, tomorrow morning I have an 8:30 a.m. final, but I just have to go and present this like journal project that I've had done for like a couple weeks now, so... It'll be easy. Like, here's my journal. I drew in it. Here's some pretty little like character drawings, and here's some bats and whatever.
Cool stuff. Yeah,
and it's gonna be good.
I'm strangely like finals time is really relaxing for me.
Oh, it's so relaxing. It's so easy. It's like do the thing, you're done with the thing. Do the other thing, you're done with the thing. There's less juggling.
Yeah, totally. Well, and at least the way I take tests, I don't really study.
How did you manage to do that even into college?
Well, I think I've got a really good memory is part of it, and also like my philosophy just generally is if you don't know it by a few days before the test, you're not gonna know it by cramming it and by trying to study for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you might, but it's past the point of diminishing returns, really. So I go into a test well rested and relaxed and knowing everything that I know from the whole semester instead of stressed out and tired and having crammed everything. So I feel like it aggregates out to about the same, probably.
Probably. But I've done very, very well on some tests because I spent like a single entire day studying for it. It wasn't the day before, and I still got good sleep and ate well, but it was like...
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it now, but I had that information at one point in time.
Yeah.
I remember the important stuff, like all the King Lear stuff, but,
you
know.
And I think also part of it is because I've only had 3 classes, and only one of them actually has like a test, a final test. I mean, the other is a thesis, like a big, monstrous, oh my god, thesis.
What you're done with.
Which I'm done with. Like,
hooray!
I finished it. Lydia wasn't able to edit it, so I sent it to Allie, who very graciously edited it for me, and I took those edits into consideration. She's a very good editor. I never would have known that about her, but she's extremely good at editing. And I took those edits into consideration. I printed off the whole thing, which is like 45 pages, I think.
Fuck, dude.
That's including like the cover page and the bibliography and everything.
Yeah.
It is so thick that it won't go through normal staplers. So I have to either like go to a Kinko's and get it bound, or I have to go get it like big stapled. I think Eric was telling me that the library has a big stapler
they
that I
do.
can borrow.
They do.
So that
Ka-chunka.
would be
Yep.
that would be nice.
Mhm.
But yay, I'm done is the moral of that story. Not even the
Awesome.
moral, the point.
Yeah.
There is no moral to the me being done.
We
with
are
my
at the
thesis
end of our
story.
line. This semester is almost over, and we are tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad that this semester's over. It
I have
it's-
mixed feelings.
It's been nice.
Hi, Tara.
Oh my god, it's been nice, but yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to move on to next semester when I'll be doing romantics and education and possibly honors thesis.
Yep. I
Yay.
really hope I get into that electronic music class. So
Yeah,
bad.
dude, that sounds amazing. That
I
sounds like
wanna-
it would be right up your alley.
I need another creative outlet because
Yeah.
I draw like all the time and I paint all the time. But you gotta understand when you do visual like creativity every fucking day of your life, it's exhausting. And I need another creative outlet to de-stress.
Yeah.
And if it's not video games, which I don't actually have too much of while I'm here, then I need to like learn how to like compose like meaty soundtracks on my computer or something. Just something simple.
Or
like,
cook.
Yeah.
You could take up cooking.
I could take up cooking in the shitty bone, or not the shitty bone kitchens, the
Oh,
little dorm
that's
kitchens.
true,
I don't really
actually.
want to
You
have to
don't
deal with that
really
right now.
wanna do that.
I'll be cooking when I get home. It'll be
Yeah,
great.
That's nice.
Gonna make enchiladas. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude,
Ah!
that sounds excellent.
Uh-huh.
I just
And lasagnas.
did I tell you my Chipotle story?
Oh, Chipotle story.
Okay. So when I finished writing my thesis, like
Oh dear.
when not writing, but like I finished all the major edits of my thesis. I've finished everything except for the tiny little, hey, could you please proofread my paper and see if there's any like grammar or syntactical mistakes. Basically, I finished my portion of it before sending it off to Allie to edit.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I'm done. I want to celebrate. So I texted Anna. I was like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? And she's like, no, I'm doing something. And Adassa was at work, so that was obviously out. And
Yeah.
like Natalie and Eric were both doing stuff, and I was like, well, fuck. I guess I could just go to Chipotle and get a burrito.
Like a real adult.
So I went to Chipotle, and in the line, like, as I got to the front of the line, I decided, you know what? I don't think one burrito is going to be enough for me. So I pulled out my phone, and I ordered 2 burritos, and like as I went through saying what to put on the first burrito, I did it like all off the top of my head, like everything I would want.
Yeah.
And then on the second burrito, I sort of like looked down at my phone,
Yeah.
as if I'd written down something from someone else,
Yeah.
or like gotten a text from someone
Yeah.
that I was sort of reading out, and I changed it very slightly. Like the 2 burritos were very similar,
Yeah.
except for like 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
And I sort of paused and looked down at my phone to hide the shame of ordering 2 burritos for myself.
Oh my god.
So I got these 2 burritos and I drove home.
Yeah.
And I opened a beer and put the 2 burritos in front of myself and ate them both in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
That's
and
celebration.
this is not 15 minutes each, mind you. This is 15 minutes total. 2 Chipotle burritos and a beer. It was
Hooray for you.
If there was ever a more appropriate time for that sound drop,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then, like, I also went to Applebee's last night.
Why did you? All right, because you had to write about it. didn't you?
Yeah, I did have to write about it. They're doing a really interesting thing, actually. Okay, so the store I went to, in the Applebee's parlance, is called an Emerald store. And the deal with Emerald stores is when Applebee's sends like adjudicators to a restaurant to like score them,
Yeah.
that happens every month. And they're scored super intensively. Like the adjudicator will only spend like 30 minutes there, and it'll be like they'll be anonymous, so no one will know who they are or anything. But they will score them on a 100-point scale.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like one particular thing you get 5 points or whatever for. Each thing is 1 point in and of itself. There are 100 things that they score.
Wow.
In the course of 30 minutes. So, this particular Applebee's, if it's an Emerald Applebee's, that means that it's in the like the 1 percentile. It's in, well, I guess I should say the 99th percentile.
Yeah.
It does fantastically. Like, it almost always gets 100% on all the inspections.
Yeah.
Are
these like food quality inspections or like inspections?
No.
Okay.
This is from Applebee's corporate. This is inspections about, is the customer service good? Are they selling me on the right things? Are they saying the right things? Does the food come out in a timely manner? Does the food taste good?
Yeah.
Does the food look good? It's about the whole experience, basically. Is the restaurant clean? Is one of the, is there anything in the toilet bowl? Is honestly one of the points.
Wow. Okay.
This Emerald Applebee's, as a consequence of being an Emerald Applebee's, what happens is Applebee's corporate tests stuff at those locations before they put it out in the rest of the Applebee's locations.
Yeah.
So this Applebee's was really interesting because Applebee's is rebranding itself entirely.
Really?
You know how right now it's like a neighborhood bar and grill sort of feel? It's like a sports bar, basically.
I don't think I've ever been to an Applebee's because they're gross.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
Take my word for it, though. Applebee's is basically trying to cultivate the, like, hey, whatever, we serve American food, like steaks, burgers, we have some pasta, we have some salad if you want that. We have a ton of beers, we have a ton of liquor, and, come in here and watch the game. It's okay food, it's cheap prices. You love it. It's Applebee's. It's your neighborhood bar and grill. And
you're way too good at that. Please don't ever do that again. Unless someone is paying you, then please do it.
And the new thing is, hello, we are Applebee's. We're your neighborhood pub.
Pub? Pub.
See, the difference between a bar and a pub is a bar is where working class people go to have a shot and a beer. A pub is where hipster people go to get a craft cocktail and some very interesting, like, prawns with a remoulade sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Huh, okay.
I mean, not actually definitionally, no.
No, okay.
But practically, yes. In terms of, like, how restaurants brand themselves.
Yeah.
That's more or less what it is. So, Applebee's is trying to hipsterify themselves.
How? They're a huge corporate chain.
Right.
That doesn't work that way.
Right.
I mean, unless people are stupid, which they are, but
right.
But
but okay, so here's
in
what
theory
they're doing.
It should work that
here's
not
what
work
they're
that
doing
way.
Is their menu is they've changed their menu a bit, so it's got new stuff. They've taken some of the old stuff off, some of the like really standard whatever stuff, and they've replaced it with, like Thai pork honey glazed steam buns, or like sriracha shrimp with an interesting whatever sauce, or
An interesting whatever sauce. Is that what they put on the Krabby Patty?
God damn it.
Is that what Plankton's been trying to figure out, Kevin? The mysterious
The
whatever
interesting
sauce?
whatever
yeah, the
sauce.
interesting whatever sauce.
That is our show title, by the way.
Okay.
Interesting
whatever sauce.
You should write that down right now, because I guarantee you we are going to forget that.
That's not a pencil I can write with.
Well, whatever. Oh my God.
Excuse me. My very
worries.
expensive blue pencil lead just got flung all over the table, and I need to take a moment to put it back into my pencil.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Applebee's while you do that. So yeah, they're putting a lot of really weird, interesting new
what was the
stuff.
name of the show? Interesting whatever sauce?
Yeah, interesting whatever sauce.
Moving on.
So, also, the shitty thing is when you asked me what's the name of the show, I forgot for like a half a second. I was like, shit, we didn't write it down in time.
Keep going.
So they've got a bunch of new stuff on the menu.
Yeah.
They're introducing some new, like, interesting craft cocktails. They're upping the price of stuff.
Like the same stuff?
Some of it. Not all of it, but they're upping the price of a few things.
Yeah.
And all the new things are a bit more on the pricey side. They're branching out, so they're not just doing American food. There's like Southeast Asian inspired food, and like it's getting interesting.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just the design. I mean, the store itself hasn't changed in design yet, but it's probably going to.
You mean how like McDonald's was all like bright orange or bright yellow and red? Now it's all sort of like almost looks like a Starbucks that serves hamburgers.
Yeah, like the interior design and the design. See, the design of the menus, it's much more. I don't really know how to describe it, other than like sort of laid back, pretentious hipster, casual, sort of more chic dining place.
Yeah.
Thing. And it all looks very sort of rustic and like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to tap into what's so successful about the alternative food movement, especially in Portland.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make that their new corporate thing.
But they're Applebee's.
Right. That's the problem. That's the main problem I see, is that like a corporation can't be hipster.
No.
Can it?
By definition,
you know what?
no.
You know what? Fucking Starbucks, actually. Starbucks is extremely hipster. I mean,
and Starbucks is the biggest coffee company on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, there's some really hardcore hipsters who are like, oh, I don't go to Starbucks. It's a corporate chain.
Yeah.
But, you walk into a Starbucks, you see a ton of hipsters.
It's because it's convenient.
Yeah. And you know what? I bet they're
convenient.
actually probably marketing to about that same crowd, the not so serious hipsters that they're like, we won't dine at corporations.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to appeal to like the Starbucks hipsters, the hipsters light,
I guess. I don't like. I'm still never going to go to an Applebee's. Like, I would have to just like. I don't think I know anyone who would still go to an Applebee's except you.
Yeah. Guilty as charged. Because
like,
holy fuck, the quesadilla burger. I'm sure I've talked about this before.
Yeah, you probably have.
Yeah.
There's a quesadilla burger. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I haven't had it. I'm never going to have it, but I'm taking Kevin's word on this.
Oh my God.
I just want a Fatan Brothers everywhere. That's what I'll eat every day.
Yeah, that would be perfect too. I still don't know. Like, I know I keep saying I'll check. Like even in our conversations about Fatan off the air.
Yeah.
But I still haven't checked on their progress for having a Portland store yet.
Yeah, not that it's gonna matter in 6 months, but
Well,
it'd be nice to have it now.
I mean, it might matter to me. I might still be living in Portland. I have no idea.
I don't know either, dude.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Yay, it's all up in the air.
Hooray. Maybe I'll come back to I don't. It's complicated. I'll tell you about it after the show.
Yeah. No, you've told me bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Of it. So like, yeah.
So let's talk about something that Colin wants to talk about, because I'm sure our listeners really want to hear about Applebee's for another 10 minutes.
Hey man.
I do. Personally, I love hearing about like the inner workings of corporate chain America. I think it's fascinating and disgusting, and I love it. But
okay, what is your topic?
So wait, we already talked about that. I was gonna talk about Five Nights at Freddy's again. God damn it, the sequel came out. Buy it. Other updates.
Dude,
I've been watching it.
You need to. This is like first week level radio show shit. You need to stay on the mic when you're talking.
Oh,
you
okay.
keep looking away.
Yeah, sorry. What was I gonna say? I started reading Dragon Ball again.
Cool.
Yep. Actually, I had Brenda asked me an interesting question today when I was attempting to write my presentation in the computer lab, but then ended up just not doing anything and then did other stuff. What are some good fantasy novel recommendations?
What sort of
Any
fantasy
sort,
novel?
because I discovered that all I could come up with was the generic stuff, like Terry Pratchett and Tolkien and J.K. Rowling and stuff like George R. R. Martin and stuff like that.
Would J.K. Rowling be entirely fantasy though?
It's about wizards who hide in Britain. Yes.
I feel wrong putting it in the fantasy category though.
But it's totally fan. It's like
I mean, I know it
dorm
is,
room
but
fantasy.
I know it is, but at the same time, I don't know. There's always been something about Harry Potter that sort of rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, not like I've hated it or there's been some weird feeling about it. Just like I don't get why it's hyped up to be such a big thing.
Because Kevin, it's about how you're actually not in a terrible home situation. You're actually a wizard, and you're special, and you're going to save the world. And everything is okay because you're going to hang out with your secret vaults of money, your secret best friends, your secret caretaker, and your parents were actually awesome and killed by this evil guy who you have to get vengeance upon them for. And everything is wonderful, and you get to bang all these really, really cute wizard chicks. And it's
and
just...
you're the savior of the world.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why, because it's massive wish fulfillment.
It makes a little bit more sense to me now. But
except for like books 5, 6, and 7, where it's like, oh shit, everything sucks. But you know.
Yeah, no, because I finished watching all of the movies about a week ago.
Yes, because those are totally accurate representations of the show, or of the show. Holy shit, of the books.
Of the books. But I mean, that's the other thing though. Like I don't really remember the books that well. I read almost all of them.
Yeah,
I didn't finish.
I think we
the
talked
7th
about that.
book, but I just I fundamentally don't get some of the logic in that series at all.
It doesn't make sense. Honestly. Like if you try and like reason out how a select society of about 10,000 or so wizards manage to keep themselves hidden.
Just some of the fucking internal logic. Some of the characters just behave extremely stupidly given their situations. Or I don't know. They're just...
You mean Ron and Harry stupid or like actual stupid?
Like above that level of stupidity.
Okay.
And by above, I mean below.
Okay.
As in like, you know, when they're running around camping in the beginning of the 7th book and they've got that one Horcrux that they keep like putting around their necks or whatever and it makes them really like ornery and angry and stuff. There's a few scenes in which everyone just acts really stupidly. And it's like, it's just the necklace. Just take off the fucking necklace. You'll be fine. And, like, stop blaming the other people for their shit because that's the necklace, too. Like, get over it. It's fine.
And then they attack it with a sword and Hermione.
I mean,
and
maybe
Harry
this
make
is
out naked.
me being... That never happened.
What? Yeah, it does.
Hermione and Harry?
Yeah.
No.
When the Horcrux opens in the movie, there's like this huge scene where like there's fantasy Harry and Hermione making out naked.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Ron has to be like, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And then he destroys it.
Yeah, well, he's afraid that Harry's going to steal his person? Oh,
Yeah, he's...
complicated.
Yeah, there's the whole jealousy issue with Hermione and Harry, but... Yeah,
It really should be called Hermione Granger. And the blah, blah, blah.
Because holy shit, Hermione is so on top of her shit. Like, Harry's the chosen one, but Hermione is the, like, prepared one who knows everything. I don't know, man. Again, see, here's me trying to approach it with, like, actual, like, psychological insight and knowledge, and not that I really have that much knowledge or insight of psychology or anything, but just, like, the way the characters are written in places is kind of stupid, and the way the story functions is really stupid in quite a few places.
It is about an evil wizard trying to destroy London without actually just blowing things up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know.
I just have problems with Harry Potter, I guess.
Yeah.
And I realize that there's a gigantic fan base of people who love it, but at the same time, I really I guess I don't actually know where I'm trying to go with that even, but it's just that I don't really get why. I mean, I get why.
I told you why.
I know you told me
And
why.
it has a massive fan base because it came out when we were kids, and it was like a big deal.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I think it's just me as a 21-year-old trying to approach the Harry Potter series, which is written for younger people,
Yeah,
with
like
more like angsty teenager
15-year-olds,
issues.
12-year-olds, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and feeling like, yeah, that would have applied to me, 5 years ago maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
It's really funny because I was just talking with someone the other day, like a couple days ago, about Harry Potter specifically, and how what happened. Like we're sitting and listening to music, and she put on this song, right? And it was like, guess what the song is? Like a bunch of songs. I was like, wow, this is amazing music. And then she turns my computer around, and it's the soundtrack from Deathly Hallows Part 1. And
you're immediately like,
and I'm immediately like, what the fuck? Because as it turns out, the Harry Potter movies, as I continue to forget, actually do have amazing music.
Yeah, no, they're beautifully scored.
Yeah.
I think that's like their best virtue,
Oh,
honestly.
clearly. It's
after
like
watching them.
It's amazing. But it got me thinking, like, it's been 4 or 5 years since I've actually read all 7 of these books, like, back to back, just in one, like, couple days. And I need to do that again. And now's a perfect opportunity because I'm about to go on break and have a singular project that I'm working on.
Lots of time.
Yay, lots of time. Gonna read so many things. Gonna finish all of the Game of Thrones novels. I'm almost to the end of book 3, and I want to finish 4 and 5 before the end of winter break.
I think my project isn't so much reading anything.
Yeah.
It's going to be watching The Sopranos.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been putting that off for
Yeah.
a long time. But that's the show that I watched the first episode or 2 of and was hooked.
Yeah.
And then I just immediately went right back into school and had so much shit to do and didn't really have... It's not that I didn't have time for it. I probably could have done it, but I just didn't, I don't really know. I need
to watch Revolutionary Girl Utena because I started that on the train. You saw me watching that.
Yeah.
On the way back to Portland from Seattle, and I watched the first 2 episodes of that, and I was like, "This is incredible. I need to watch more." So, for those who don't know, Revolutionary Girl Utena is an anime about pretty people and their social sexual problems in an upper class society. Also, the main character pulls a sword out of her girlfriend's heart. It's weird.
Hey.
Yeah. It's very Japanese. I love it. Oh my god.
Is it as Japanese as Yakeniku Tabe Hodai?
Oh my! I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know if Yakiniku Tabe Hodai is Japanese. Like you could say,
it might actually be like a Korean thing.
It could be. Like I don't know. I never looked it up.
over.
I'm pretty sure it's Japanese, but it could
They're
have
just
been
Japanesed all over that.
It could be
Korean
Mongolian, and I don't know. But do you want that? I sent you that picture earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that picture earlier today, and was that like a picture like you went to that today? It looked like you took a picture.
I took
from
a snap.
screen.
I took a Snapchat of a photograph that was on my computer that I took in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I can send you like higher resolution, nice photos of the meat if you want, because I took them.
No, because after you Snapchatted me that picture of Yakeniku Tabe Hodai, I went on Google Images and searched for Yakeniku Tabe Hodai, and didn't come out of that for like 20 minutes.
It's so good, isn't it?
Fucking amazing, dude. Like that looks like
so
the Japanese version of Korean barbecue, and I'm such a slut for Korean barbecue. Like I would do dirty things for a few minutes of Korean barbecue, let alone an hour. Like I would burn cities to the ground for like one serving of Korean barbecue.
Yeah, Yakiniku Tabe Hodai is great. I love it how like that's a recurring topic on our show is this one specific Japanese food we just keep talking about because it's like I don't know. It kind of came ubiquitous when I was in Japan.
Well, I mean, we have a few recurring themes. I mean, we
Fotan Brothers.
We talk about
Yakiniku
Fotan.
Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D. We talk about Game of Thrones.
We talk about Game of Thrones very periodically. Lately, we've been talking about Harry Potter a lot.
Have we? Oh, okay.
Kind of. Alien is a thing you don't want me to talk about, but I keep bringing it up because I really want to talk about Alien, Kevin.
We do talk about Sport Ball.
Yeah, briefly.
We talked about Sport Ball a lot last semester.
Yeah, let's talk about the things that we talk about.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. It's going to really get our ratings up.
We always do the big word segment. Speaking of which...
Are we doing that now?
Well, I mean, it's 8:25. We're like...
Okay,
we're
fair
a
enough.
good way into the show. Also, I think we should do our late... When did we start?
I don't
How
know,
long
like
have
20
we been
minutes before
going?
normal starting.
Okay, so we should probably do late night segment earlier so you can refresh the stream. Actually, do you want to do that now?
Nah, let's do big words first.
Okay.
And I have a theme for the background.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, because so do I. And
Mine's better.
Well, I'm controlling the computer. So,
I'll play mine.
No.
But it's Streets of Whiterun from the Skyrim soundtrack.
Using big words hurts you.
Also, I think our thing is just quieter today. I don't really know why. Did you notice that on the stream when you were listening?
Yeah, it's definitely
Is
quieter.
it
I can't.
Is, like the stream in general quieter?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
why it's quieter. It's just quieter.
Okay. Wait, what was the thing you said? I'm actually
The-
going to play your thing. It's better than mine.
The Streets of Whiterun from the Skyrim soundtrack.
The streets of Whiterun. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm familiar with this. Okay. So first word. Eberman.
Eberman?
Ebberman.
A man who...
I can also use it in a sentence.
No, I got this.
You
A
got
man
it?
who goes with the flow.
You know, not too far off. It has to do with something flowing.
Yeah, ebb and flow of the tide. That's ebb? I don't know.
Yeah.
Eberman.
No,
something.
you're extremely right about the ebb part.
Yeah.
But it's not about someone who goes with the flow. No.
Oh. Is it just something that sort of flows and goes, or?
It has something to do with ebb and flow.
Yeah. Eberman. Is it like? You can use it in a sentence.
I saw the Eberman with a particularly large trout today.
Someone who follows tide fishing? I don't know.
One who fishes under bridges.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So now if you ever see someone fishing under a bridge, you know that you can call them an Eberman.
I was trying to think, okay, what have I heard the word like man as an ending use as like Ottomans?
You mean like the thing that you store stuff on, or like the empire?
The empire about storing stuff.
Oh, that's right. The Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were really into furniture. Okay, the second word is Lurdan. Lurdan.
God damn it. I don't know.
Need a sentence?
A sentence, please.
Over break, Kevin can become quite a Lurdan.
A man whose body generally does not move very much as he consumes television and food.
That is actually very... That's
couch
probably
potato.
a good alternative definition. Yeah, that's a very good alternative definition. The one here is a lazy and dull individual.
Couch potato.
Yep.
I win.
The next word is sitiophobia.
Can you spell that?
Sitiophobia.
Someone who's afraid of cities?
No, because it's with an S.
Oh.
Sitiophobia or sitiophobia. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it.
Use it in a sentence, please.
I never went to the Bone or any cafeteria because I am sitiophobic. I guess I should say like restaurant or grocery store as well.
Fear of prepared food?
Just fear of food in general.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
How do you live if you're afraid of food?
I don't know. I don't think it's a common thing, and I think it might be related to eating disorder type stuff, but I'm
Shit.
not entirely sure.
Like an
But
actual, like,
Cetiophobia.
tangible fear of food.
Yeah.
I really want to meet someone like that because I really want to. I want them to define what food is for me. Because that would bring up a lot of questions about, like, all right, what makes it food and what doesn't make it food.
Actually, yeah.
Like, if it's, I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't know. Go on.
The fourth word is xenography. Z-E-N-O, graphy.
It's the art of drawing something, or map making of something, or that's cartography. Something related. Xenomog. What? What was it again?
Xenography.
Oh.
Z-E-N-O, graphy.
Some study of race and human differences. Something.
That would be with an X,
Oh.
but this is with a Z.
Oh, I don't know. Give it to me.
The study of the planet Jupiter.
Really?
Yeah.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, well, because Zeno it corresponds with the Romanization of Zeus, and Jupiter is named after Zeus.
Oh. Wow. Okay. I wouldn't have known that at all.
It's a weird linguistic jump.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very specific study. The final word is Ferris.
Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I knew you were going to say that. God damn it.
I haven't even seen that movie. Spell it.
F-A-R-R-I-S.
That's the name of an anime character. Ferris. She invented Moe. Ferris. Jovial? Jolly.
Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Yes.
Oh, fucking no, I'm forgetting the name of the woman. Who's the orc woman in Markarth?
I don't remember.
Okay. The orc woman in Markarth is a Ferris.
Attractive individual?
No.
Literary scholar.
No.
A Ferris wheel.
A
wheel.
A female blacksmith.
Really?
Ferris.
We have a word for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a word for that.
Oh, I thought they were just all blacksmiths. Whatever.
No, Ferris, female blacksmith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our final big words of the
We are such an interesting podcast. Let's hear it for us, everybody.
Yay!
Yay! Late night.
I feel bad for George Michael, just because like this is the only thing he is going to be ever known for, and he will be forever ridiculed for it.
Thank you, George Michael, for giving us our late night theme. It's been a good time, my good friend.
Been. Yeah, I've always enjoyed looking at your strangely attractive blonde mulleted head as the video plays in the background. I'm just going to turn that down a bit more.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know
when,
when, but we'll meet again some sunny day.
Your vibrato is like so
I don't
terrible.
sing. I mean, I pretend to sing, but I don't actually know how to sing.
I know. I have a friend. Have I ever told you about my friend Megan?
Nah.
Okay. I have a friend whose name is Megan Callahan. She will not be listening, so actually there's no reason to do a shout out to her.
Hi, Megan. Hello, Megan.
She's going to University of North Carolina, Greensboro, which strangely is a really good school for musical stuff. It's a good music school, basically. And she's doing opera, basically.
Really?
She's training to do opera professionally. And, like, this past year, she won a national opera competition.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's
in her age
hella
group.
impressive. How do
Yeah.
you know so many successful people?
I know, like, 2 successful people.
That's still more than me.
Dude, my 2 friends, my only 2 remaining friends from Mukilteo.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there's David Droz too. But he's not successful. I mean, like, I'm sure he's successful in whatever he's doing. I'm sure he's doing great, but, like, you know,
Not winning any national
he's
competitions
not
or
winning
being a
national-
model
or
in
being
Halo.
Cortana.
Yeah.
I was also watching a YouTube video that was like, it was a countdown of the hottest women in video games or something.
Yeah.
And Cortana was like number 1.
Hey, Pesha, what's up?
Specifically the Halo 4 Cortana, and I was like, oh my god, Pesha is the hottest woman in video games.
Way to go, Pesha. Hi.
Yeah.
Not that she listens to this
she
anymore.
never listens. She listened to like the first episode or 2
Yeah.
when it aired, but yeah.
Yeah. Her and her mountain man boyfriend.
Yeah.
God, he's huge.
I know, right? For our listeners, Jared, Pesha's boyfriend, is like 6. What would you put him
7, 8,
Yeah,
something.
6, 7, or 8.
I've seen photos of them standing next to each other, and she looks like 2 feet shorter than him.
Yeah, because she's about 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, maybe not.
and he's like 6, 7 or something. And oh my god, like his hands are twice the size of mine. The guy's fucking massive. He's like the nicest guy ever. I love
He
him
seemed
so
pretty chill.
much.
He
He's
complimented
great.
my coat.
Yeah,
That was nice.
yeah. He's a cool guy. I like him. I forget where I was going with any of this.
Whatever. We know Cortana. So,
Yeah, we know Cortana, therefore we are better than you. That's really where I'm going with just about everything is yada yada yada, therefore I'm better than you.
I have this cheese sandwich, and you do not have a cheese sandwich. Therefore, I am better than you. Unless you have a cheese quesadilla with chicken in it, in which case you may be better than me.
I don't know, man. Quesadilla versus sandwich, like I
really like quesadillas, Kevin.
I really like quesadillas too, but I might go with a cheese sandwich over a cheese quesadilla
Maybe.
just by virtue of the fact that I can put a lot of mayonnaise in a cheese sandwich, and I really like mayonnaise.
I know. It's good for you.
It is good for you.
I used to eat mayonnaise on everything when I was younger, and then I discovered the thing that is pesto, and now I put that on all my sandwiches.
Dude, yeah.
Cheese and turkey and pesto on like sourdough bread. It's really good.
Yes. That is also very good.
Sandwiches.
Or like, remember the Thanksgiving sandwich I made?
Yes.
With like the cranberry sauce on it?
Yes.
Oh my god. That has got to be one of my favorite things, cranberry sauce on a turkey sandwich. But I really only get that at Thanksgiving. Or have we ever been to Bakeman's together?
Is that the donut place?
No, this is the turkey sandwich place.
I want to go to a turkey sandwich place.
Yeah, it's like a famous turkey sandwich place in Seattle.
Is it the bagel place?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I've been to the bagel place and they're really good.
Yeah, it's not the bagel place. It's the turkey sandwich place. It's on, I think, it's on Cherry and
Yeah.
2nd, I
Yeah.
think. So it's like right in the heart of downtown. But it's like consistently got just a massive line out the door. And the deal is the guy who owns it is sort of colloquially called the sandwich Nazi.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's sort of a play on in one, or maybe it's in a few episodes of Seinfeld. There's a character called the Soup Nazi, who is, you have to order in a very certain way. If you do anything or if you challenge him, he'll say no soup for you, and he'll take your soup and
No
and
soup
won't-
for you.
Yeah, and won't let you order. But the sandwich Nazi is kind of similar in that, if you get in a line and, you order your sandwich and you're coming up to the front to pay, they'll say, "Where's your dessert? You need dessert with that." "No, I don't want dessert." "No, you get dessert, brownie." And he'll put a brownie on your plate and make you pay for it.
Really?
That sort of thing. Yeah, it's great.
Whoa, you can do that?
I mean, like, he won't push you so far, like, but he'll be pretty pushy.
Okay.
And
And he just wants to sell you a brownie for no particular reason. He think you'd like a brownie.
yeah, he thinks you need dessert with that, or sometimes he thinks you need a soup when you don't want a soup, or sometimes if you're getting a particularly weird combination, he'll give you shit for it and tell you, "Don't do that, get this," and he'll make it for you and do that instead. But oh my God, the best turkey sandwich I've ever had. Consistently makes amazing turkey sandwiches because they do everything themselves. They roast the chicken, or they roast the turkey themselves. They make the bread themselves. And the best thing is that they always have cranberry sauce. And you can always get cranberry sauce on your turkey sandwich. It's so good.
Seattle food, everybody. What's this place called?
Bakeman's.
Bakeman's. Cool.
As in, like, bake, like, put something in an oven and bake it.
Yeah.
Man's.
With 2 N's?
No, with
Okay.
1 N.
Cool.
2 N's. Why would I have 2 N's?
I don't know. I've heard people like, never mind. Linguistic hoo-haws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is, like, Thomas Mann who wrote Magic Mountain, but, like...
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Not even anywhere close. Magic Mountain is a weird fucking... I don't even... That's getting super obscure. We're not even going to get into Magic Mountain. That's like
If you want
obscure
Magic
philosophy
Mountain,
shit.
Look it up yourself.
Yeah, please do. Please do. It's actually quite interesting.
Is it like obscure, like Cloud of Unknowing obscure?
No, it was written around the turn of the century, like around 1900, by a guy named Thomas Mann, and I won't really get into it because it's kind of hard to describe, but it's a story. It is like a novel story.
Yeah.
But it's extremely, like, it's just steeped in philosophy. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's really cool. I read it in high school, I think.
Like man turns into a beetle philosophy?
No, like
Oh.
more philosophy. It's hard to describe.
You mean like characters discussing philosophy within the context of the book?
Sort of, yeah. There's
Okay.
there's a part where Zarathustra, which is one of Nietzsche's characters, makes a cameo.
Huh.
So
So that's the thing that's always interesting to me is like, you could just have movies about philosophy, but no, you have to make a movie about a guy who dresses up as a bat and then have that be about philosophy or something. I don't know. It's
I
like,
don't think Batman is philosophy.
maybe not, but you understand my point I'm saying. It has to be
Yeah.
entertaining
Well,
for
I
people
mean-
to actually care.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it also, I mean, it does help the medium somewhat to, like, rather than just writing an essay about a particular philosophy,
Yeah.
it helps to put it in dialogue. It helps to put pressure on it, or to use the Socratic method, or something like that. I know there are quite a few philosophers actually who write using that method. By, instead of saying, here is what I think and it's right, obviously, they'll create a few characters who will have a dialogue about something, which will reveal a particular philosophy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, remember in freshman year when they made us read Socrates?
Yeah, I remember
or
that.
Plato, rather.
Yeah.
It would be Socrates arguing with someone.
Yeah.
And that would reveal a philosophy. Stuff like that.
In this new episode, Socrates argues with Cicero. And what do you think about that, Cicero? Listener, how art thou?